Planet of the Apes has probably been the only successful franchise featuring monkeys. With the next installment on the horizon, a new actor has joined the franchise. Yes, actor William H. Macy hops on the ape train for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I watched the first Planet of the Apes, and I must admit, it's a guilty pleasure title. I liked it, but I absolutely love the way the filmmakers have evolved the franchise. You don't expect much when the movie is based on intelligent apes, other than humans. It's a hit and miss situation, but luckily, the Planet of the Apes franchise has been a massive hit, both economically and critically, at least better than the Fast and Furious franchise. Planet of the Apes is based on a book by Pierre Boulle, and it's 20th Century Studios' most successful franchise. The movies have grossed over $2 billion worldwide, and that's why we're getting another brilliant addition in the form of William H. Macy. The Fargo actor is a body packed with insane acting talent, and with him on the casting train, it's going to be a blast. Of course, everyone's keeping a bit hush-hush about his potential role in the movie, but we can suffice for now with the fact that he's part of the growing cast. The last movie, War for the Planet of the Apes, came out in 2017, so it's been a while since we've seen the monkey people.
Leave him!
Macy's role being kept under wraps, and we can expect nothing but the best from the 6-time Emmy nomination actor. But I know, we're also craving for more details about the new installment. So, are the aliens attacking the apes this time, or are they finally going to complete world domination? The franchise's reboot in 2011, starring James Franco and Andy Serkis as our favorite smart ape, has been a journey about Caesar. The last installment saw the end of Caesar's role, which leaves a huge wormhole of possibilities as to where the franchise will go from here. The franchise will obviously not go for another reboot or origin story because that would be totally stupid. Unfortunately, very little is known about the movie's plot, but we can guess from the title that maybe it'll be about the world after Caesar.
Hey! Donkey! Get him! Okay.
Maybe the apes have become the dominant species on the planet, and now they'll deal with the cringy humanity's last stand kind of rogue organization, which will fight against the apes' empire. What the sources do know for sure is that the fourth movie might take place a few years after Caesar's demise. Well, if that's the case, then good luck to humans. Speaking of humans, did you know that Matt Reeves will not be returning for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? Come on, people, don't start booing now. I'm a bit disappointed too, but that doesn't mean that the movie is a lost cause. Reeves is kind of busy building his version of Batman in the DC universe, which is also important for us. So, alright, that's a valid excuse. As for the apes, the fourth movie will be in the able hands of Wes Ball. He's the guy who directed the Maze Runner movies, so we know it's going to be special in its own way. Ball will be taking over the driver's seat in the upcoming movie, while Patrick Asen will handle the paperwork, along with Josh Friedman and Avatar 2 writers Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver. So we've got some elite team working on the project, which means high hopes, guys. As for the rest of the cast, we have the Witchers, Freya Allen, joining the team, along with Peter Macon in the leading role. Actors like Ika Darville, Sarah Wiseman, Ross Samuel, and Kevin Durant will join Neil Sandilands and Travis Jeffrey as the supporting cast. The cast is definitely growing, and the more the merrier, right? But seriously, what's next for the franchise? How is Planet of the Apes going to deal with the future story without Caesar? Every good thing has to come to an end, except for the Fast and Furious, because that franchise is going to the end of time. As for the Planet of the Apes, writers Amanda Silver and Rick Jaffa have different plans for the franchise future. In an interview with the entertainment website FilmSpeak,
Welcome home, Rocket. You look tired.
the writers revealed that they currently don't have any plans to rush things. And by rushing, they mean connecting the current franchise to the beginning of the original Planet of the Apes. In the original movie, the apes have already taken over the planet, and they are a far more advanced species than shown in the current movies. The reboot is more like an entire prequel series to that story, and the sequels have done a great job building up to that arc. Jaffa was clear about the franchise's future, where he would certainly prioritize telling an interesting story with amazing characters rather than rushing to connect the original story. But one thing's for sure, the duo has no plan of making Kingdom the last movie of the franchise. On the contrary, the writers think that the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes will serve as fertile ground for the series to introduce unique stories and continue to grow. That sounds amazing, but what about the status of the current movie? The writers of the movie talked about the Kingdom production too. As you know, Amanda Silvers and Rick Jaffa are the amazing minds behind Avatar movies and the Planet of the Apes franchise. Currently working on the 4th installment, the duo revealed in an interview that they are about to close production. The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes doesn't come out until next year, but they say only 3 weeks worth of shooting is left. That's some speedy work they have done since filming was announced only 3 months ago. Kudos to the entire team of the movie because they haven't let slip even a single detail about the plot. We all know that Caesar died in the last movie, but we don't know how they're going to shape the next arc. But according to Jaffa, the film will still involve Caesar, but of course, not in the way we think. Daniel RPK, who is apparently very good at digging out information, suggests that the 4th installment will take place some generations after the events of War for the Planet of the Apes. He believes elements like a revolution, intertwining destinies of a few apes and humans, and ancient technologies will be a huge part of the upcoming movie. Then again, we can always hop in the theaters on May 24th, 2024 to know the real story, but there is one particular story arc the next movie should follow. The biggest crisis after Caesar's death is filling the center role. Who is good enough to take the mantle? And with that, there's one central character that Planet of the Apes 4 should give a second look. A figure known as the Lawgiver is an established character from the movie's lore. He is as sacred as they come and is almost viewed as a divine figure. He is a godlike character in the Planet of the Apes universe. And with Caesar gone, it's the perfect time for the franchise to introduce the character. When you base a franchise on established lore or mythology, it's almost criminal not to follow them in the movie. One of the reasons for the reboot's success is that it keeps some of that lore alive. Lawgiver is responsible for many things in the original movies, but he can have a better role going forward. Well, that's all I know about the Kingdom of Planet of the Apes, and the rest will come out as the movie comes close to its release. Till then, see you in the next video.